I'm Part Singh, and I've generated over $3.5 million for my e-commerce clients using email marketing, as you can see in these case studies below. So we helped a beverage-based brand add $1.72 million in 6 months to their top line using our email strategy, and how we helped another e-com brand scale from $90,000 per month all the way to $152,000 in just 30 days. So in this video, I'll be showing you the 10 most important things I've learned along the way that you can start implementing in your own account. So lesson number 1, right? One of the biggest misconceptions in email marketing that I've seen from taking so many calls with so many brands is that you should only email your list once a week to avoid annoying them, right? This is something that's completely wrong. I've tested every cadence possible there is within 50 different 7-8-figure e-commerce brands, and the data is clear. Sending 3 to 4 emails per week consistently outperforms from sending just 1 to 2. Here's why. Your customers check their emails multiple times daily and are subscribed to many newsletters. Sending once per week makes it easier for customers to actually forget about you because they're seeing around 490 different brands each week. And then the higher frequency rates actually creates a habit loop where customers expect and look forward to your emails. And one thing is also the exposure effect, right? Where the psychological research shows that people tend to like things more the more they're actually exposed to them. So when you send 3-4 emails weekly with valuable content, you occupy more mental real estate. When customers actually have a need for your product category, guess what? Your brand is the first thought that they have on their mind. So the key is to ensuring that your email actually delivered genuine value. So as you can take a look right here for one of our clients, when we were sending over emails with some genuine value, look at the placed order rates, right? Look at our click-through rates. All above 1 to 2% every single time with solid open rates and really high fulfilled order rates, right? Is because we're sending emails that these people actually like, so they want to buy from us. So it is key, which brings me to lesson 2. So everyone knows that discount emails actually drive immediate revenue, right? But if you're constantly discounting, what it does is train customers to only buy when you actually have a sale. So it's kind of just erodes your profit margins all over time, right? So instead, focus on non-discount emails that actually educate customers on problem, processes, or solutions, build trust through testimonials and social proof, provides value through tips, guides, and resources, and tell stories that actually make them connect emotionally, right? Because these non-discount emails might not generate as much as immediate revenue as 40% off flash sales, but they actually create the foundation for sustainable growth by positioning your brand as an authority, right? And keeps you on top of mind. My most successful clients actually maintain a ratio of around 75 to 80% non-discount emails to 20 to 25% promotional emails, right? Because this balance maximizes both short-term revenue and long-term customer lifetime value. So lesson 3, right? Let's be honest. Nobody is sitting down actually reading your email word by word, right? Most people are just checking their email on a whim and they look at it while they're grabbing coffee, they're in the bathroom, or they're on a quick break for 3 to 5 seconds, right? So you have at most 3 to 5 seconds to actually communicate your message. So to make your emails more skimmable, use bold text for main points because most people will only read these bold sections. Break up text with line breaks and white space. Keep paragraphs 1 to 3 sentences max. This is going to be key. Then you want to use bullet points for lists and then place your most important information at the top. Because remember, if you are trying to communicate 5 different points in the email, most readers won't even remember any of them. So focus on one clear takeaway per email and make that entire message impossible to miss. So here's a good example of an email, right? Where you can see there may be too many paragraphs going on at once and it's not the most skimmable. So we actually make it way more designed where we add the hero section where we tell them welcome to the flavor adventure with the clear CTA up above. We make this intro paragraph way up so they know what to expect. We make the product around just 1 to 2 specifically so they know what they can shop, right? Because right here, they're offering 15% off, but they don't know what they can use that. So we're going to use the bullet point to actually show the features of the product using infographics and show them what they can do using clear CTAs. And this is going to go a huge way, right? Incorporating some social proof and then boom, we end it off, right? So this is a great example. So if you guys need some sort of idea of how you want your welcome emails to look like, or just an email design structure, this is a great one you guys can follow right here. Now, lesson 4, right? This might seem actually pretty basic, but you'd be surprised. But there are so many brands that actually place their call to action buttons all the way down in the email or halfway down, right? And that's not good because when someone opens your email, they should immediately see a button without having to actually scroll. And this simple change can actually increase your click-through rate all the way by 25 to 50% as we've tested. And the reason why is because many subscribers will just open your emails for a split second. So if they're even interested in your offer but don't see an immediate way to act, they'll actually close the email. So even if they attempt to scroll down later, most actually never will. So for abandonment emails, right, which are the cart abandonment, browse abandonment, this principle becomes even more critical. The entire point is to get them back on their shopping session with minimal friction, right? So test this yourself. Create an A/B test with identical emails, but put a button at the top of the one version. And the difference in click-through rates will actually convince you. So here's a good example for a brand, right? As you can see, soon as you would open this email, there's a shop now link in big, bold, yellow letters, but still enough to where it looks good within the email aesthetic, right? So test this and let me know how it goes. Drop a comment below. So lesson 5, right? One of the biggest struggles for email marketers is coming up with consistently good content ideas, right? The solutions, micro topics. What a micro topic is that it's small, specific subtopic within your broader niche that you can create single emails about. So for example, if you sell protein powder, micro topics might include the specific functions of BCAAs in muscle recovery, how protein timing affects muscle synthesis, right? The difference between whey isolate versus concrete, how to avoid bloating when using protein supplements, right? And the beauty of micro topic is they are way easier to write about than broader topics. It actually provides focused, more valuable information that readers can actually absorb more quickly. It allows you to cover your product benefits in a very non-salesy way and can be planned in advance for consistent content, right? So I recommend creating a content calendar with 10 macro topics relating to your brand, then 10 micro topics under each of them, right? And this right here will give you 100 email ideas, enough for 6+ months of content, right? So when we sent those out for one of our clients, as you can take a look, we were able to attribute a ton of revenue, as you can see, 75.85%. And they saw a 44% increase versus last year when we started sending out micro topic based emails that actually provided value, where we were appearing as a solution to their problems. So this subconsciously had wired them in wanting to shop with us, right? That they weren't able to do before, because previously their emails were just more macro topic sales based, right? So here's a really good example of how this can help. So how you can use it for your own brand. So lesson 6, right? Something that most brands overcomplicate all the time. It's segmentation, right? Because they will tend to create dozens of hyper-specific segments that don't actually meaningfully impact revenue. So instead, just focus on these high leverage segments instead that I'm going to give you. Number 1 is going to be your engagement-based segments, right? This can be 14, 30-day, 60-day, 90-day engaged. I suggest getting all of them in, right? Because these are people who have opened emails or clicked emails within this time frame. And majority of the time, you will notice you're going to send your campaigns to your 60-day or 90-day engaged segment, right? Second is going to be your high intent segments. So these are going to be recent visitors who haven't purchased, which we call window shoppers, cart abandoners, checkout abandoners, and product viewers, right? So we want to go ahead and make sure we can have those made, with third being more purchase-based segments, meaning we have VIP customers, which are 5+ purchases, or it could be an X amount of dollars of product that they have purchased. That varies brand by brand, so see which one resonates with yours. Single purchase customers, and then customers who just need to replenish, right, based on specific product lifestyle. So if you do sell protein, they're going to have to restock on that, right? So fourth is going to be interest-based segments, customers who have viewed or purchased from specific product categories, and then these actually allow for targeted cross-sells, right, which you can actually set up as a flow. And then these practical segments will drive 90% of your segmentation-based revenue without actually having to overwhelmingly make it too complex, right? If you just stick with these, I promise you, your campaigns are going to do a lot better. So lesson 7, right? So while beauty image heavy emails actually look really impressive, one thing that we have noticed is that plain text emails actually drive significantly way higher conversion rates, right? And there's 2 types of ones that you can test, right? Which are branded text emails, which your logo is at the top, plain text body and a footer, or just flat out plain text emails, right? That looks like you just wrote an email to your friend. These work really well because they feel more personal and they're actually less promotional. The thing is, these load instantly also. There is no image wait, right? They're rarely blocked by email clients. The core message is immediately visible. And the thing is, they actually stand out highly among designed marketing emails, right? And the data consistently shows for certain email types, right? Abandonment flows, founder messages, re-engagement emails, text-based emails can drive 40 to 50% higher click-through rates and conversion rates, right? So don't completely abandon graphic style emails, but make sure you can use a mix of both format based on the purpose of each emails, just to make sure your list is refreshed and you're able to see healthy conversion, right? So here's a great example that shows you what a more plain text email would look like, which we have seen that works really, really well. So as you can see right here, it looks like it's something that's just drawn up as if they're sending to a friend, right? The email link is just hyperlinked, right? Everything is hyperlinked. Boom, 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 right? You guys get the idea. So lesson 8, right? If your automated flows are generating less than 30% of your email revenue, you're leaving a ton of money on the table, right? So the essential flows that your brand needs to have is the welcome flow, which is 7 to 10 emails over 2 weeks, right? The browse abandonment flow, which is 5 emails. Your cart abandonment flow, which is 6 to 8 emails. Your checkout abandonment flow, which is 6 to 8 emails also. Then you will have your post-purchase flow, which is 4 to 6 emails, and then your win-back flow, which is 3 to 5 emails, right? And the key principle for high converting flows is you want to go ahead and make them longer than you think, right? Because most brands tend to actually give up way too soon. And what you want to do is actually spread your emails over an appropriate timeline, right? Test different delays. This is one thing that you can really do when you're first getting off with A/B testing. Just test different time delays and see how that affects, right? Especially the abandoned cart. Include both educational and promotional email, right? Make sure you're actually highlighting your value points that are very non-salesy, but still having a good mix of promotional emails so you're still able to drive sales, right? Use a mix of text-based and graphic emails as we just covered. Then test adding conditional splits based on customer behavior, right? Because a properly optimized welcome flow alone can generate an additional 30 to 40% revenue compared to a basic 2-3 email sequence, right? So I just want you to take a look. When you have all the proper flows in place, it should be generating around this much, right? 56.09% of your email revenue, right? So if anything less than 30%, you need to get this dialed in. So lesson 9, something that every brand is going through right now, right, in 2025, which is deliverability issues, right, with the emails landing in the spam or promo folder, right? So the most effective way to actually improve deliverability is through engagement. So one thing you want to do is only send to people who engage within your emails. This is very, very important because what you want to do is create a 6-week deliverability recovery plan. So week 1 to 3, you only want to send to your 14-day list engaged, right? Then week 3 to 4, you want to send and expand a little bit over to 30-day engaged. Then from week 5 to 6, you can start slowly expanding into 60-day engaged. But if you need to, you could do 45 days, right? And then week 6 plus, normalize to sending to 90 plus days, right? This is going to be huge because the goal is to show Gmail and other providers that people want and actually are engaging within your emails. So once you've established a strong sender reputation, you'll see higher inbox placement, better open rates, stronger click-through rates, and just ultimately more revenue. Right. So remember, it's better to send to fewer people who open your emails than it is to blast your entire list and damage your sender reputation. So you want to go ahead and make sure that when you are sending out emails, they look more consistently like this, right? Where sometimes when you do send to specific segments, you'll have lower open rates, but you're able to test new segments, still have good deliverability so you can get really good click-through rates. And at the end of the day, generate revenue every single email. So lesson 10, the secret weapon for actually standing out in the inbox is using well-designed infographics in your email, right? So the types of high converting infographics you can include is going to be checklists, icon graphics, feature diagrams, comparison charts, timelines, and then before after visuals, right? One thing that's worked great for our clients has been the before after visuals, just because it is really able to easily show what the before would look like and how their life would look like after, right? And the thing is, they work because they actually make information instantly digestible. It creates visual interest without overwhelming people. They appeal to both skimmers and readers, and they make complex information very simple, right? And it helps you stand out from text-heavy emails also. You don't need complicated designs. Simple, clean infographics often high perform the best. So include at least one in most educational value-driven emails to actually boost engagement and just overall comprehension for the email list, right? So now, if you want to learn the complete email marketing system I implement with my clients, including creating high converting flows, designing professional emails that stand out, and writing copy that actually compels people to buy and building automated sequences, click on the video on the screen to watch a full e-commerce email marketing course.